Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today is going to be a kind of meals of the week, meal ideas. There's also some recipes in here as well. So this isn't meals done on a specific week, which you might be able to tell because some of them are kind of similar in some ways, but it's just 7 meals that I thought would be good to show you, and hopefully there is a good variety to show you as well. The first meal that I want to show you is paella, which we do tend to have maybe every couple of weeks, I would say. So we just start off by boiling rice and we add turmeric and paprika, and we always have brown rice. Then we also just have a few vegetables and also sausages which go in the air fryer. So we fry red onions, we've got red pepper in there, also just frozen broccoli and peas, and then when the rice is done we just chuck that in there as well with some of the water so that it kind of all mixes in with the spices, just so that it all gets that really nice flavour going through it. We also add the sausages, we just chop them up when they are cooked and we just kind of let that simmer really until it's done. Obviously don't let it get too dry. So it's a really nice meal, and then Arthur, well, kind of sometimes he doesn't always eat that rice, so sometimes we just give him like a plain version. Next up is what I would call a deconstructed shepherd's pie, just so it's a bit quicker and also a bit healthier as well. So we don't obviously add cheese to this, which you will see. So that's all kind of the ingredients there. We have soy mince, which obviously is vegetarian. I am vegetarian if you didn't know already. And some gravy, or you could use stock as well. We've got carrots, onions. So obviously we just start by boiling the potatoes, and we often do this from cold water because apparently it's meant to taste nicer. I really should put them side by side. And then I make up some gravy, or you could just do stock really, but I kind of make this like a bit weaker than I would usually make if I was just making gravy, if that makes sense. And we use the free and easy one, and it's really nice. It's quite low salt as well, which is good. I also then add some chopped tomatoes to a saucepan, so I probably do about half a can of chopped tomatoes. Also just add in my soy mince there, so I don't fry anything for this meal, just to keep it a bit healthier. Obviously you could fry the onions first if you wanted to, but I just put them in the saucepan so it all kind of goes in together, which just makes it pretty easy really, to be honest with you. I also just pop in some herbs for a bit of flavour and then just cook that through. The soy mince usually takes, I don't know, I probably would do this for about 15 minutes, I would say. Next I'm going to boil some carrots, so obviously just do that in a separate saucepan, and yeah, obviously just keep that cooking whilst everything is done at the same time. And then I will add the carrots in, so like the paella, just kind of like add it in and then they can kind of absorb some of the flavour, if that makes sense, and obviously it's all together. So we'll also be serving that with some peas and broccoli, which I can continue cooking whilst the mixture is cooking as well. Then I'm going to mash the potatoes. I don't usually add anything to it, to be honest with you. So obviously if I was making an actual shepherd's pie, this would be going in a dish with cheese in the oven, but this is already done, so it's a lot quicker. It's effectively the same, and yeah, it's just a really healthy meal. Now personally I do like to have a lot of gravy, so I actually do make a little bit of extra gravy just to pour on. Matt doesn't, he'll just have it kind of as it is, but yeah, I do like lots of gravy. I don't know if anyone else is the same. And then Arthur really loves this meal as well. Next is just a pretty basic meal, so I didn't film me making it, but yeah, it's just vegetarian sausages, yorkshires, pudding, which we don't always have actually, to be honest with you, quite rarely, but we also did on this day. I think it was left over from Christmas. Mix of sweet potato and normal potato mash, and then just lots of vegetables, and Arthur has that too. He loves having a little compartment of gravy and like dipping stuff in it. But yeah, it's a really nice meal, and again, it's fairly easy and also very healthy too. Now lasagna is a real favourite of all of us. I think Arthur really enjoys it, and me and Matt do as well. It does take a bit longer, so I don't always get time to do it as often as I'd like to. But anyway, I'm going to talk you through what I do. So firstly, I fry red onions, and we always have red onions, add in some soy mince, and then also some chopped tomatoes as well. I think I pretty much put in the whole can, as I did here. So I'll just cook that all through nicely, and as I said earlier, soy mince, I think it can take a bit less, but I think I usually end up cooking for about 15 minutes, kind of in my head. That's kind of what I allow for. So then I'm going to make up some stock, and these are the Callow low salt stock cubes, which are great for us. I mean, we don't like to have much salt anyway, but also for Arthur, who, if you don't know, he is, well, he's just turned 2. He was not 2 at the time of filming this, but yeah, obviously if you've got any young children or babies, they obviously can't have too much salt. So yeah, we have low salt, and then we also just put in some garlic, herbs and some pepper in with that mixture too. And to be honest with you, this is a fairly easy mixture to make. It's just all in one saucepan. And yeah, I don't know if everyone else makes it like this, let me know, but it's just pretty easy. You wouldn't even need to fry the onions, but it does taste a bit nicer. So we don't always have fried, as I said, but it's sometimes nice to have it. Then I'm going to make the white sauce. So you can see I usually do about 26 grams of butter, same of flour, and then also some milk there. I think I was a bit short. I think I kind of did find a recipe, and I think I just did a third. But I kind of like went between 2 different recipes, so I will kind of put the 2 which I used in the description box below. So you just melt the butter, I then sieve in the flour, and then you just whisk it. Because it's not much in there, obviously it kind of, yeah, if you were making it for more, it'll probably be a bit better than this. Anyway, then you just gradually add your milk in. I think they do kind of recommend taking it off the heat as well, and then like whisking it the whole time. And then you pop it back on the heat, keep going, and eventually the sauce will thicken up. The first time I did it, I was thinking I was doing it wrong because it just takes quite a long time to thicken up. But anyway, you'll get there eventually. So 2 different recipes actually, or different ones I've looked at, do the layers differently. So let me know what you do. But anyway, I think I prefer it this way. So I've got the mince mixture at the bottom, then I add the lasagna sheets, then I've got the white sauce on top. And I do it that way. I have seen some recipes do it like a different way, which I can't remember, but to me this is the way that I would think to do it. So I've just got 2 layers there, which is enough for us. I think that sauce was a bit thick that time actually, typically the one time that I'm actually filming it. So anyway, we've got 2 of all those layers, and then also just put some grated cheese on top, and then we pop that in the oven I think for about 40 minutes or so. And yeah, I really love to have this meal actually. It just tastes really nice. Something about it, I don't know, maybe because it's kind of like cooked and then cooked again in the oven, all the flavours just mixed together. It's really lovely. So we will just serve that usually with peas, and we'll usually have like a second portion as well. And as I said earlier, Arthur really gets on well with this. We usually give him a couple more bits of vegetables. I think he's got some bread there for some reason. So we usually have an egg meal most weeks, and literally 99% of the time it is omelette, but for some reason I thought I would show you the week that we do fried eggs, which isn't very often at all. Anyway, we cook some potato wedges in the air fryer. Sometimes we'll just do like plain mash, to be honest with you, because otherwise it is quite greasy. But anyway, we just wanted to show you the fried eggs ones, which my husband was doing there with butter and oil. And then I also just do some mushrooms, not always, but sometimes. And I just put butter in a bowl and I just microwave them for about 2.5 minutes. And this time we did serve that with beans, with some toast as well. If we do omelette, it's usually a bit healthier. We just do plain potato, maybe with a bit of butter, and then just peas. But yeah, this was a bit of a different meal, so I thought I would just put this one in here. But it's just quite a nice meal to make. It's quite like a hearty meal, but it's not one that we have very often because it is a bit oily. And Arthur will just have a hard-boiled egg instead of the fried. The last meal I want to show you is pasta, and if you've watched my food hauls, you will see that probably we have a pasta meal once a week, maybe even twice. So we usually do soya mince and red lentils, which is a really nice mix. Obviously it's got like all the protein and iron in, and it's just really healthy, and those are the other ingredients that we use there. So it's like, again, we kind of do this all in one pot really, mainly. So we've got the mince, chopped tomatoes, passata, red onions, all in one saucepan. We add our herbs and garlic, and that is kind of it really for our pasta sauce, other than the red lentils, which we just put on the bowl separately. Then we just cook our pasta separately. Arthur's having white, we're having wholemeal. When it's done, we will just put in the lentils with that sauce and mix that all through. And then recently, well, not recently, we didn't always used to do it, but we kind of do mix in the pasta now and kind of serve it all together, if that makes sense. Sometimes I have cheese, or sometimes I have this nutritional yeast. I haven't opened this one yet. I usually have Engevita. But yeah, that is a really nice meal as well. I really hope that you enjoyed watching and getting some meal ideas or meal inspiration, whether you are trying to be healthy, or vegetarian, or even unhealthy, because there was a couple of ones that weren't so healthy as well. But yes, whoever you are, thank you so much for watching. If you aren't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. And if you do enjoy this type of video, then please do let me know, because I don't do it that often, but I can definitely do more of them. I also post food hauls every Friday, which you might enjoy as well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you really soon. Bye!